Hi, everybody, and happy Mental Health Monday. I hope you guys all had a great weekend despite the insane weather if you are in southern Ontario. We had snow here this weekend, which I know for those who don't live in Canada probably seems like, oh, it's totally normal. It's Canada. But usually we don't get snow this late, so it's just sort of adding to the feeling of the world is going crazy. So aside from that, I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. I had kind of my partner and I, we kind of call it floopy, when we just kind of feel blah for whatever reason. We just can't kind of put our fingers on it. So we had kind of a floopy weekend. We were both just sort of in and out of like not even bad moods. It's just kind of like you feel kind of meh and you're just not sure why. We have some stuff going on with his family right now that's making it's kind of difficult for everybody, and of course the quarantine is really starting to get to everyone, and yeah, it's just a hard time. It's a crazy difficult time, and if you are going through cancer at the same time as this, I can only imagine how much more difficult it is, because I remember how hard it was for me, and I was actually able to go out and see friends and family without worrying that I was going to get a secondary illness that might kill me. So yeah, it must just be super difficult. So today, after our floopy weekend, and it's kind of like cold and gray still. It's not snowing anymore, thank goodness. It's all melted, but it's after the kind of yucky weekend and the yucky weather out, I was feeling very like comfy this morning. Like usually I try as much as possible to get up and like not put on sweatpants, just put on like at least leggings, at least so I could leave the house if I needed to for to go for a walk or something, and it would be fine, or jeans or something. It just helps me feel a little more like normal, right? That I'm not staying in my pajamas all day. Totally fine if that's what you're doing, 100%. But we have to each find the things that make us feel, most comfortable. But today I was feeling very comfy and needing that. When I say comfy, I mean like I was in need of comfiness. I was in need of feeling comfort. So I put on, my sweatpants, and it's funny, I usually like put on something with a hood when I'm not feeling great, because it's like, it's cozy. You can kind of hide. So I put on my comfy clothes, and I've, just been trying to take it. When I feel this way, I know I need to just kind of go easy on myself and not push myself to do, more than I absolutely need to that day. So got me really thinking about like comfort and the things that we do to comfort ourselves. And I was thinking back to what I did, like right after I was diagnosed, to find that comfort aside from things other than like seeing friends, seeing family, going out to do those things that make us feel normal, because we can't do those things right now. So I was trying to think of the things that I did that from home that sort of just made me feel comfort. And there's the regular suggestions like reading your favorite book, watching your favorite TV show. I watched the first thing I did. So I came home from my appointment. I told Jesse I came home from my appointment where they told me my diagnosis. Told Jesse, went across the street, told his parents, and then we came home and watched Harry Potter. And I watched all of the movies in like a couple of days because they're just so comforting to me. So favorite TV show, favorite movie, favorite book, make your favorite meal if you're able to, or have somebody drop it off for you, or if you are, quarantining with somebody. If you're not able to, like if you are, going through treatment right now and you're not actually, capable of cooking yourself right now because of, energy symptoms, whatever. side effects. Yes, ask someone to make you your favorite comfort meal. Getting your comfy sweats, your comfy sweater, whatever is going to make you feel cozy and comforted. But the one thing, and I haven't told, well, obviously Jesse, because he knows, because we're together every night, but something that I haven't told anybody else yet is I started, after I was diagnosed, I started sleeping with my teddy bear again from when I was a kid. And it's an extra special teddy bear. When I decided, I was a kid and I don't know how old I was, 4 or 5 or whatever. And I decided that I needed like a signature stuffed animal that I was going to. It's so funny. It's like everything I do in my life. It's very deliberate. I decided that, this teddy, I came across him. I can't remember. I was cleaning my room or something. And I came across this teddy bear. And I decided that this was going to be my signature teddy bear. My teddy bear that, like, when my mom was telling stories later of when I was a kid, she would say, you took that thing everywhere and you never wanted to be without it. And so I decided that, that was going to be the teddy bear that filled that role. And it's true. I took him everywhere. I took him to camp. I slept with him every night. I took him to sleepovers. He was always with me. And when... if you haven't heard me talk about it before, you haven't heard me mention it, my dad passed away from cancer when I was 11. And for whatever reason, well, coming back to comfort, I decided that Pinky, my teddy bear, was my link to my dad. And we used to do this, like, we called it nosies. He had one with my sister and one with me, and we do it before bed. It was, just like doing nose kisses, and there was a specific pattern. It was just like our way of saying goodnight. So I would still do nosies with Pinky instead and say goodnight to my dad through Pinky. And then, of course, when I grew up, I brought him to university and everything, but when I started dating, of course, I didn't keep him in my bed anymore. I didn't sleep with him anymore. Because, it was embarrassing to be an adult. So he took up residence on my shelf but when I was diagnosed, I saw him up there one night and I remembered the connection that I had as a child that I had made between him and my dad. And I just really, wanted that comfort. And I think it probably came from, as well, the connection to my dad and feeling like, because at that point I only knew one person who had cancer and was still alive. The members of my family who had it had all passed away, and because of my age, 28, when I was diagnosed, I didn't have any friends at that age, thank goodness, who had cancer. So I was feeling a little bit, I had one friend from Teachers College who was a little older than me, and she had been diagnosed right at the end of our Teachers College year, but she was the only one, and she was such a wonderful help. But I really felt this strengthened connection with my dad because now we had this thing in common. So I started sleeping with Pinky again because he was very comforting, and I still do, and I was kind of embarrassed about it at first, but then I told myself, you know what, like, if this makes you feel better, do it. It doesn't matter. I don't care. So I want to encourage you today that, who cares what it is? If it brings you comfort, keep it close to you. Surround yourself with people, things, environments, activities that bring you joy and that bring you comfort. So, and who cares what anybody else says? So bring on the blankies and the stuffies and the night lights and the cuddles, like whatever it is that is going to make you feel better. I'm going to make you feel comforted in this time, whether it's cancer or COVID or something else later in life down the line, because these things keep coming. Just keep it close and feel no shame, and just surround yourself with those things that bring you comfort and bring you joy, whatever they may be, whether it's a teddy bear from when you were a child, or whatever, reading your favorite picture book. It really doesn't matter. Okay, I hope you guys have a wonderful Monday. Find those comforting items and surround yourself with them, and who cares? Judgments be damned. I hope you're all, coping as well as possible. I know that as time goes on, it's getting, probably more and more difficult. So if any of you need some support in any area, feel free to message me, email me, comment on here, reach out. And yeah, in the meantime, just keep on trucking, one foot in front of the other, one day at a time. Okay, we'll talk to you soon. Have a good week. Bye, guys.